Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our Global TV Deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Corruption is a vile disease that sucks and drains the health out of something good. Corruption in society is an evil moral infection that keeps community in the state of perpetual sickness. Corruption is a moral virus. It's so potent, it leaves its host sick, lethargic, and unable to realize and accomplish all that a well person can. Where corruption thrives, poverty and not prosperity thrives. Wealth is grabbed into the greedy, grubby hands of those who get fat on the toil and labor of good people. Corruption benefits, only temporarily, those who participate in it. Everyone else is a victim of the theft, the deceit, the dishonesty, and the lies that corruption feeds on. You need to know that a corrupt person is stealing from you. Corruption is filthy work and despicable acts of treachery done under the table and behind closed doors. Corruption is a disgusting shame. Corruption keeps a nation back from true development and from progress. Wise investors steer clear of a corrupt environment. They would rather put their resources into a place where the playing field of opportunity is equal for all and not bent towards feeding the financial lust of corrupt, lying, cheating, thieving politicians and government officials. How many wonderful development projects have been lost because the investors didn't want to do business in a swamp of evil? When those great projects go to another nation or to some other place, we all lose. Believe me when I tell you that corruption steals from you, it steals from all of us. Corruption plunders the nation's wealth. Corrupt people compromise on truth, equity, and fairness, choosing instead to feed off the short-term benefits of crookedness, exploitation, and financial perversion. Corruption is not just a personal matter, it's a culture. It's a way of life, not just for individual people, but for companies, communities, governments, and nations. Corrupt nations, hiding behind large companies, will seek to invest in other weak nations in order to take over the assets of the nation that they've invested into. They will provide financial loans to a nation for the much-needed infrastructure, and they will do it with assets that they provide. They will sign contracts by lining the pockets of rotten government officials who participate in this kind of corruption and are then held hostage by their own deceit and greed. Corruption is nothing less than a form of theft and national robbery. A corrupt person steals from everyone in society.
Run, keep going on, let's process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So just as I and I as a watchman around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace while wrong is going on. Hey, oh, we gotta bust down Babylon walls. Prepare the way. Prepare the way for your people. Let's go. Fight down war cry. Fight down. Me say Rastafari. War and cry and do the up righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jah, Jah Rastafari, and we love Jah, Jah Rastafari, save all people. And we love Jah, we love Jah, Jah Rastafari, we love Jah, Jah Rastafari, save all people. Put time away again. Listen, yeah. Just as I and I as a watchman, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I and I should never hold thy peace while we penalize. Hey, oh, night. We gonna bust down Babylon gates. Prepare the way, prepare the way for Jah Rastafari. Fight down war and fight, fight down war and fight. Rastafari, war and crime, and build up righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jah, and we love Jah Rastafari. Preserve all, and we love Jah, Jah Rastafari. Me love Jah, Jah Rastafari. Me love Jah Rastafari. Preserve all. Me love Jah Rastafari. Jah Rastafari. Yeah, the next song is going to be the last song for tonight. And then this.
Good morning. When the Prime Minister took to the stage in Spanish Town last year, August, he had to find a counter argument to Mark Golding 3.5 threshold. Now that we listen to the budget debate, the $32,000 minimum wage increase was simple. Ambush in the night. Good morning. What if we tell you here this morning that with this minimum wage dribble, Andrew Holness has just secured his local government victory for 2020 whenever, and his general election victory? I will explain to you how I get to that this morning. Good morning and welcome to those of you who were fooled by the minimum wage. And we will bounce the minimum wage off the tax rise, the rise in gas and food price, as well as the Prime Minister taking his salary hike with retroactive. Good morning and welcome. Thank you all for joining us this morning. To my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls, good morning. Welcome, one and all. Thank you for joining us. To those of you celebrating Eid this morning, Mubarak Eid to you all this morning. Have yourself a blessed celebration. Globalist, honor this morning. Andrew will come out about, we are out here about the devil and his unholy angels. Debbie Jarvis TV, good morning. Byron, Joan Bailey, Conchigel, good morning. Empress Deb, Angela Hastings, good morning. Lynette Jenkins, Laverne Ransford Smith, Marcia Thomas, Michael Nepper, Vera Thomas, good morning. The Unstoppable One, good morning. Patricia Hutchins, Bros, Pamela Akola, good morning. Good morning. Colleen, good morning all and welcome. Suzette Williams, Monica Hawthorne, good morning. Sheena Kelly, Violet Watson, Randy Jameson, good morning. Evan Miller, Barbara Simpson, Good morning and welcome. We are going to work out the Prime Minister's minimum wage and securing his victory for a fourth term. Rennies Nicholson, Vitality and Motion. Good morning, everyone. Can you like and share the live for us, please? Vote for the Labour Party. It's a pretty little party. We'll vote for the Labour Party. Me and me chargy. See a brighter future with only $17,000 though. Given that, you will have to pay tax and even water. You have been robbed, as per what the Prime Minister promised, $1,500. You have been robbed $1,500 from the Prime Minister, by the Prime Minister, because in the Prime Minister phasing of the increase, Winifred, Eugene, how are you? This year, we was meant to go up to 18,500. Because though, Melissa, we can only get 1,000. Given to say, the 1,000 what we get, we have to go pay tax for alcohol and sweetened drinks, isn't it? So you see what the 1,000, you see what the $1,000 will even no make no sense. You see where that gone already. So we don't have to talk about the $1,000. If we're going to look, balance the $1,000 against the pending inflation, given this the war we're happening in the world, no man. If we balance the $1,000 increase with inflation, with the rise in petrol and the rise in food prices, we know where that gone. Right here now we operate below the 16,000 minimum wage or the 17,000 when it comes to value. It's only a number. We no value nothing. And we can barely buy you anything. Prime Minister, Priority Minister, the $1,000, Prime Minister $1,000 can't buy box food. Prime Minister, you struggle to get 2 decent patty and a decent juice out of the $1,000. Can somebody explain to me this morning what this is all about? Now, we're going to explain. I want a local government election. 2024, so 2028 is local government, right? And 2030 is general election. Now, if the Prime Minister is going to do this type of, let us pause a bit. I need to send out a condolences to the people of Waterhouse and the Coralville Gardens community on the passing of Mr. Teda Dennis. Mr. Teda Dennis is a veteran that serves in the Jamaica Constabulary Force. He has served our country with distinction and he has recently passed. And we want to say to the community of Waterhouse, Coralville Gardens, and his families, friends, we want to say condolences as well as thank you for his service to our country. So once again, to his community, families, and friends, condolences on the passing of Mr. Dennis. Let us go back to the Prime Minister minimum wage scam. We knew then it was a scam. We knew the Prime Minister, after the final debate, the governance debate between the leader of the opposition and the Prime Minister, the Prime Minister had to come up with something to counter the $3.5 million threshold because it was really a whopper. So the Prime Minister said, let me target those who vote, poor people. Those who go to the poll, poor people, let me send a message to them that if you vote for me, I will double your minimum wage over the next 5 years, taking you to $32,000. Now, the Prime Minister planned in his phasing the minimum wage upwards. This year, in this budget, we should have received a $1,500 increase. Also, $1,500 increase. No, $2,500 increase. Opal, all you do. $2,500 increase, taking us from $16,000 to $18,500 a week minimum wage. Now, as you know, in our region, natural disaster bear the brunt for government's cruelty, for government lack of, for government failure to do what government promised. When the government fail in these areas, then the government regularly turn to blame natural disaster and whatever other card they can trump up with that. So if in a 2020 we get 1,000, that take us up to 17. 2027 we're gonna get another 1,000. Or no. 2027, in a 2027 budget, because 2027 budget is going to set the stage for the general election campaign, for the local government election campaign. So the Prime Minister is going to hike you up by $3,000 in next year budget, taking the minimum wage to $20,000 to meet the local government election. We're still short at 12,000. Then in a 2029 budget, it might go move way up to 22,000. And then now we prepare for the big wahala in a 2030. Because I think the Prime Minister is going to take, unless the PNP broke down halfway upon road, the Prime Minister is likely to take the next general election down to the wire. Now, what would make the Prime Minister make a move next year or 2028? If the PNP in their leadership contest or the next round of leadership for the PNP would be, I think, 2028. If the Prime Minister decides, if the PNP disintegrate and within that leadership conundrum expected in 2028, the Prime Minister can make his move then in a snap election if the People's National Party is divided. However, if that is not the case, I do believe he will take it down to the wire for election in the summer of 2030. That's when, in March budget of 2030, we are going to be told about the big rise. $10,000, taking you up to the $32,000. That is just how my brain work out, how the Prime Minister is going to use this same minimum wage promise that he used to help him secure his third term, that the way he's going to dribble it, it's the same thing the Prime Minister is going to use, I believe, to secure a fourth term. Colin, how you do? Let's look at conscionability. Let's look at the conscience of our Prime Minister. Post the election, and the disasters running up to the election campaign, the Prime Minister rigorously trolled the leader of the opposition over the increase, the wage increase accepted by the leader of the opposition. Though the leader of the opposition told us that I've given 80% of that increase to various charities. I don't know if we have actual proper proof of that, but that's what he says. However, the Prime Minister said, I don't take mine. Another election con. Because as soon as the Prime Minister wins the election, the Prime Minister not only start taking his salary, but taking his salary with retroactive. That means all of that period from 2003 where the Prime Minister have all those bravado, those were all a lie, because the Prime Minister is collecting the lump sum of that now. That is the Prime Minister who took his 214% pay rise. This is the Prime Minister, Sharon Powell, or the Monica Wills, that took his 214% pay rise with it in the midst of a disaster. Given before the disaster, him pull all sort of wool over with eye how him never want it and him now go take it. But after the disaster, where the Prime Minister draw down pan we and take $1,500 out of our mouth, Wayne Evans, oh you do. The Prime Minister take £1,500 away because our Melissa do to the economy. At the same time, the Prime Minister take $28 million out of Jamaica people pocket with back pay. The Prime Minister and the opposition still see it fit to pay Portia Simpson, PJ Pattison, and Bruce Golding $28 million a year each of them, plus Siaga wife. And we can get $2,500. The Prime Minister have to duck with the Prime. Remember saying box food in Jamaica at $12,000 to $15,000 Jamaica dollars. Sometimes there depends on where you buy it. And the Prime Minister duck we box food money and say can only give it box juice because the $1,000 where you give it, Prime Minister out of the 2,500 where you promise to give this year, you know. I'll tell you how you do. Out of the 2,500 where you did plan to do this year and you take off 2023, not 2002. I don't know, so my head confused with numbers. I don't know, me always I will get numbers wrong over here. So, from 2023, the Prime Minister run round and demonize Mark Golding. And if Mark Golding is telling the truth, then Jamaica people are benefit after 80% of the Mark Golding hike. Whereas Andrew Conway and I collect for him in a lump sum. So that the money that Andrew just got take it, put in an investment, rather be buy a bond. You know, like when they thief the charity money buy a bond, and them something that Andrew can take that lump sum of millions and invest it into. But you know, see the fuckery. And Andrew Holness deny we $1,500. No, sir. Hmm? It's a pretty little party. Jamaica people, you know, say, you see, because we licky and we eye can't see further than we nose, and we belly hungry live fit today. Andrew Holness, as me explained to you, how am I going to trickle the fees up to the $32,000? But that's just to buy him victory for 2028 local government election and 2030 general election. That's what the Prime Minister going to do to it. And the people of Jamaica still thinks we're going to go with Andrew Holness. $1,000. Jamaica, on no value nothing, Paul Johnson. Jamaica, on no value nothing. Remember last year, June, $1,000 raised it by as well, didn't he? In a 2024, I know, he raised it from 15,000 to 16,000. I know, so it did go. He raised it from 15,000 to 16,000 in June 2024. And he promised in a June, hold on there. In promise in a by this year, he will take us up to 18,500 in the phasing up. But if the Prime Minister is going to phase us up by $1,000 a year, we're not going to achieve Abina how you do. Prime Minister, there's no way you're going to achieve the $32,000 minimum wage unless you're coming with a big banger, as me say, for the general election 2020 and 2030. But imagine a Prime Minister taking, cause Marina, how you do? Light come down, me know say light up a bridge, hilltop and them place. A light come down a seaside yet? The Prime Minister say in can't go no $1,000 because na Melissa. Because na Melissa in can't go no more than $1,000. But because na Melissa, and the Prime Minister claimed to say he's been overloaded with work for ministry, this, that, and the other. Him deserve and entitled to the money. But the Prime Minister said, because when you just sit down, kill his son, not do nothing, why should he go no more and suck and sky juice money? Because when the Prime Minister promised with $2,500 in this budget cycle, and then give with only $1,000, that's not a box food money. That another box food money. And imagine we pay 5 prime minister. We're paying 5 prime ministers' salary, 28 million a year. Why Portia Simpson need to get 28 million? Why PJ Pattis need to get 28 million a year out of our money? Why Siaga wife need to get 28 million a year out of our money? Why Bruce Golding need to get 28 million a year out of our money when Jamaica people, can't even get 2,500 in the midst, Prime Minister, of tax increase, rise in inflation, and rise in a food price. Jesus Christ, God Almighty. But then it's what they vote for. The easy jerk wagwan. It is what they voted for. The Prime Minister said, because him a lift up cement, him a lift up 2 before, him a lift up steel, him a lift up brick, all sort of fuckery the Prime Minister lift up. It's right for him to take an increase of $20 million. But Jamaicans who pool that tax money, Jankro, that shit, our tax money pool up your $20 million salary, you know. The same tax money, Jankro, where we can only get $1,000 a year out of. Jamaican no say we no value nothing. Talk truth. Maybe if we no dey sell front, but price up on front now. Don't know. We have to go look something else sell. Don't know if we can go pick mango sell, cut touch a bush. Let me tell you some of the big things that were economy in a free community when we are grow up. But you know, because we modernize now, you see touch. St. Elizabeth women used to provide touch. When you see touch truck, a guard town, and when them country women them left on Sunday evening, get to town early Monday morning or overnight, and then whenever time them touch mango or whatever sell off, them come back home. That I used to one big economy in our market, in our community as well, you know. Yeah, selling touch. Nothing now sell again. Nothing now sell again. And the Prime Minister says he is entitled to the benefits of a salary increase by $20 million. Because the Prime Minister did upon 9 million something. And now the Prime Minister elevate to 28 million something. So it's almost a $20 million increase, 19 million something. Jesus Christ. $19 million. We know this is something wrong. And the same leader look at we and tell we say, we can't bother go to the 2,500 because Melissa, people are not frustrated. Because remember for whom Jamaica people get one bargain for you know. When you hear to say get one bargain for, remember say from about 2022, 2023, he's been singing and dancing. This is the first government that has not introduced any new tax. And we knew that was a lie because the tax were wrapped up in other ways. We know that was a lie. From 2023, this was the Prime Minister will go around and demonize the opposition over their acceptance of the salary increase and vow not to take his. You would have thought that was when time was a little bit better because we never faced the brunt of Beryl and Melissa yet. We face the brunt of Beryl, and the Prime Minister still come back and lied to we after Beryl. No new tax. Minimum wage increase. We're going to double minimum wage. Doing how you do. See, you know, after the worst catastrophe we've ever had, Catherine Hypeness, after the worst catastrophe we've ever had, the Prime Minister decided to increase tax pan we when claim he never do for 10 years. In the middle of the disaster, when we livelihood mash up, when we little economic whatever mash up, that's the time the Prime Minister decided to impose tax ban we. In the middle of a global war that is creating economic turbulence in relation to food and petrol prices, the Prime Minister's promise to us to phase minimum wage up to 18,500 this year. The Prime Minister come and say to us, say, we can't afford it, cause na Melissa. You can only get $1,000. Jamaica, we not say we know what more than $1,000. You don't sit to say we know what more than $1,000 in other world. Yeah. But then again, is KFC that valuable? Is KFC, you can get back change. You should be able to get back change. Out of told me don't know how KFC go to Jamaica. But tell me, if you go to KFC with $1,000, what can you get out of it? Because I know you can't go to the restaurants to buy a box food out of it. So I know you can get patty and cocoa bread out of it. I'm fully aware of that. But can you get anything out of town? What can you get out of $1,000 KFC? Can you get a 2-piece meal deal or a 3-piece meal deal and change? Just asking because I don't know. I don't eat those bullshit. What can you... Jamaica people fascinated by KFC. Andrew used KFC and win their heart because that was the whole reason. Make Andrew... What you say? 1 piece? How much for 1 piece? Catching. Talk faster before me drop down. Talk fast before me drop down. How much for a 1-piece meal deal at KFC? Can we just drop down, you know? See there, $1,000 with value. It can't pay a bus fare, it can't buy lunch. So honestly, we're not going to reach nowhere. Do you understand we're not going anywhere and that we will not reach it? Because the $1,000 go left where road. You can't save out of the $1,000. You can't yam out of it. You can't parent out of it. Be sure of that. Me sure of that. Good morning. Minimum wage in Jamaica will not pass $20,000. If it not go past $20,000, no man, he might go here. He might go hike it up higher than the $20,000, but that's to secure by the time we get to local government election 2028, he will hike it up to $20,000, and then he might go come with something bigger to secure the 4th term. Nobody not put up KFC price yet. Come on, one over $1,000 can buy a Jamaica. So the difference is $1,000 can buy KFC. Kiss me wrong. So we reduce to patty. We reduce to patty and cocoa bread. No man, this disgraceful. Hey. So Prime Minister, a patty and cocoa bread we reduce to. And maybe we can't even buy box drinks. We have to go buy bag juice or bag juice. But Jamaica, we not elevate too far, you know. From bag juice and bulla up to box drinks and cocoa bread. From bag juice and bulla up to box drinks and cocoa bread. We not reach nowhere too far. I mean, even a baby drop off of that, the height that we move. Nothing not go wrong with them. Bloody hell. $1,000. Can't buy fare, can't pay a fare, can't buy lunch. It can't pay a fare gone away. Prime Minister, you see, each time I do them free career, we in the diaspora, you know, we tax what we pay to we family them increase every month and every year, you know. Jesus have mercy. Bonus say PSLJ now allow him to take it anyway, so we get $1,000 a year till he reach at $20,000 and he just pop off there. So we have to start Brookstone and Yam, Prime Minister. Because when people are going to talk, say, Jamaica young people don't want to work, blah, blah, blah. Listen, how much I don't really want to work for this year? This year, $17,000. Can't survive, pan, if you don't live by your mama yard. $17,000 minimum wage after picking you live by mama yard when I pay rent, when I buy food, or when you just contribute to food. You think people will live on their own to pay rent, light and gas and food and send picking to school? Can't survive on this here bullshit, yeah? I'm not wrong some people if you don't feel like go waste your time for this. This a work. This a any remuneration for work. Almighty God, go and go Brookstone. Go and go tuck up one liquor shop and sell one thing. Buy something and walk up and down and sell. People will buy. Buy things and walk up and down and sell. Go in a busy town center, walk up and down and sell. This is not survivable. This is not survivable. And the war not reach nowhere yet. And remember, you know, them a call for raise gas price per uno. Yeah? Them a raise gas price per uno. Food price a raise per uno. Una pay water bill and una get water. Una pay light bill and una get light. And then you all would want to convince me that you're off the plantation. Look at that fucking face. Uno could have brighter out of the go on like when under the palm plantation. Uno go and go look at higgling and buy and selling. You hear? Go and go look at higgling, buy and sell, and walk through the community, walk through town, say, uno will make like more money. Because half of we working for the $16,000, the $16,000, $17,000. We gotta work hungry and we come back home hungry. Because we can't buy lunch out of it. And we may never cook last night. So can't Sunday, Monday. Come and work for lunch. Jamaica people, it's not survivable. This year, them ya galang in ya. But we vote for Labour Party. Me and me charge. See a brighter future. We only get $1,000 from every 1 p.m. Vote for Labour Party. Vote for Labour. Me and me neighbor. I wonder if the neighbors are at wire fence discussing the 1,500 where the Prime Minister Tifa Ono, while the Prime Minister is walking away with $19 million increase and a lump sum of back wara hit clot pay from 2023 till now. The Prime Minister is collecting over $60 million in lump sum. Enough, just like I went thief out of the charity money if you go buy bonds. But then, them say not my business. Them say, I know my business. Me chat too much and me mind people business too much. But you see, if you didn't mind on a fucking business, we know that listen to what we are saying and wouldn't catch up in other fucking hungry and kill on a clot. Hungry. Go and kill you no. No, that me I tell you no.
Madam Speaker, last year, we signaled our intention to continue the journey from a minimum wage to a livable wage. And we indicated that the next step would be to increase the minimum wage to $18,500. However, in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa, many of our businesses are rebuilding, many households are still recovering, and the economy is now navigating yet again another external shock in terms of energy prices and shipping costs. In this context, the government believes it is important to strike the right balance by continuing to improve earnings of workers while recognizing the realities employers face. We therefore propose a measured increase in the minimum wage from $16,000 to $17,000 effective July 1, 2026. This does not represent a departure from our long-term policy objective. The government remains committed to transition from a minimum wage to a livable wage. And as economic conditions stabilize, we will continue the phased increase necessary to realize that vision of the Jamaican worker. So, Madam Speaker, July 1, 2026, the minimum wage will move from $16,000 to $17,000.
Choose Jamaica, get JLP. That was your choose Jamaica. Choose Jamaica. See where we get ya. JLP. You see how hard them are knock the desk and cheer for your increase. Oh, they are so happy for you. They are so happy for you. They are egging on the Prime Minister. Go on, my son. That's a winner, isn't it? I mean, $17,000. That's a good deal. The Prime Minister will never take the minimum wage above his solidarity money. The solidarity money, we don't want it because Siaga did better, so we don't want it. Siaga's solidarity money. I remember when Siaga solidarity money in the 80s, a lot of people, Barra and solidarity wasn't a giveaway, it wasn't a vote buying ploy. It was a ploy that assists people to get on the economic ladder. Over people you did see a buy and sell in that period in the 80s were the borrowing of solidarity money where they could have got a place like Caracas, Panama, and so on. And come back to Jamaica, come set up them shop. You think $20,000 in the Prime Minister's solidarity money? PNP, dirty nasty PNP. We're not happy with Portia Simpson, PJ Patterson, Siaga wife, and Bruce Golden 56 times to how much? Taking 112, like we cut it down to 112 million. 112 million a year. Drunkards, 112 million a year we pay these rotten ranking piss pan themselves bastard on a move out of my way make me cuss them because $1,000 we get, so we're angry and we cross and miserable. PJ Patterson were raped with blind. Portia Simpson were raped with blind. Bruce Golden were raped with blind plus turn the helicopter gunship pan we Siaga prostitute. $112 million. Come about my business in case if me turn out here this morning, it's going to be riot, you know. It's going to be riot. You see if them drunk or you care about we, wanna bring a private bill to Parliament to overhaul this fuckery where PJ left with in our country, where we can get more than $1. But PJ Patterson and his cahoots of leaders got a $19 million increase to do fuck all. I don't think you realize that. I don't think you realize we increased the salaries of fuck alls. I come go on about my business this morning, you know. I say I come go on about my business this morning. Because this is a wool the PNP can pull. If they bring a private member's bill to Parliament, Mark Golding or one of your people them, to overhaul this bullshit what PJ stitch way up with and threaten Andrew and the JLP if we don't vote with us on this to curtail this fuckery of paying Prime Minister's salary to a piss pan themselves at home Prime Minister doing bugger all. And threaten them, if you don't support us on this bill, we will not support you on any bill. But no, because one day Mark Golding are going to reach there too. Or one day one of the PNP them are going to reach there too. And they want to walk away with the 20 odd million. By the time them get this, it's going to be 30 odd million. Yeah. And you will have to settle for the $1,000. You will have to settle for the $1,000. I mean, you remember, was it Shabba who sang the song? Bully beef, gone up, rice, stepping up, everything I raise. So what you want to do, now raise the price of your vote selling to. Because we only sell votes. We don't vote on policy. There's nothing in Jamaica politics to stimulate any sensible person's mind. The only person gravitate to Jamaica politics, you have to be very deep-rooted, tribal, and dunce to be supporting these two high-level bullshit. Because none no better than one another, you know. None no better than one another. Because the PNP, them accept the razor play, then use it, play political football. All of them stitch way up. But me go come go on up on my sister yard, you know. Murder she wrote. Prime Minister, what you say again? I could listen what the Prime Minister say again. Vote for Labour. Me and me neighbor. Neighbor don't need to get that wire side. And say, boy, that blood clot man, you're wicked and lie, sir. Only can walk and tell the lie them so. And then he's so daring and dry eye. When him a back down and find some silly excuse to tell we like we ban back a cow and we just drop out in a big plot of shit. So, John Crow. But then again, the people of Jamaica give the John Crow more feather. The people of Jamaica gave more feather to the John Crow.
Madam Speaker, last year, we signaled our intention to continue the journey from a minimum wage to a livable wage. And we indicated that the next step would be to increase the minimum wage to $18,500. However, in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa, many of our businesses are rebuilding, many households are still recovering, and the economy is now navigating yet again another external shock in terms of energy prices and shipping costs. In this context, the government believes it is important to strike the right balance by continuing to improve earnings of workers while recognizing the realities employers face. We therefore propose a measured increase in the minimum wage from $16,000 to $17,000 effective July 1, 2026. This does not represent a departure from our long-term policy objective.
Prime Minister, this is my most hated thing about Andrew Holness and Donald Trump. They double talk in the same sentence. And it is fucking irritating. That only work when you're talking to dunce people. That only works, Prime Minister, when you talk to dunce people. You can't double talk with in the same sentence and accept with. So you go just swallow it and go along so. It's not a deviation from your intended policy, but your drawdown pan the fees increase. Bullshit.
Madam Speaker, last year, we signaled our intention to continue the journey from a minimum wage to a livable wage. And we indicated that the next step would be to increase the minimum wage to $18,500. However, in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa, many of our businesses are rebuilding, many households are still recovering, and the economy is now navigating yet again another external shock in terms of energy prices and shipping costs. In this context, the government believes it is important to strike the right balance by continuing to improve earnings of workers while recognizing the realities employers face. We therefore propose a measured increase in the minimum wage from $16,000 to $17,000 effective July 1, 2026. This does not represent a departure from our long-term policy objective. The government remains committed to transition from a minimum wage to a livable wage. And as economic conditions stabilize, we will continue the phased increase necessary to realize that vision of the Jamaican worker. So, Madam Speaker, July 1, 2026, the minimum wage will move from $16,000 to $17,000.
Just to be clear, Prime Minister, there is quite much a difference between dreams and nightmares. There is quite a difference between dreams and nightmare. Not sure if you or the people of Jamaica really understand the difference. Quite not sure. But what if I say to you, the people of Jamaica, that you really don't deserve any better? Some of you would be upset, isn't it, if I said, you all are generally cheap people. A lot of us are very cheap people, where I knew of situation on September 3rd last year, where people of my community decided not to vote. And Floyd Green sent his henchmen where he gave like 150,000 to 100,000 to 300,000 to. And those henchmen pick up those people and gave them less than minimum wage for their 5 years of democracy. So if the Prime Minister I go no $1,000 a week if you not choose to work, $1,000 a week extra, be grateful. You should all be grateful, shouldn't you? If it is that you can sell 5 years of democracy for $5,000, 2 box food and 2 box drinks money, or you can get up to about, if you just buy salsa box food, you can get about 4 box food out of the what's them call it, the $5,000. No, sir? You can't get more than 4 box food out of it. And it's the $12,000 box food them as well. You can't buy the $15,000 box food. You have to buy the $12,000 one. And you can't buy fish. You can't buy box food and fish now. You're mad. You idiot? You want the money pop off on the fish only? So, you should be grateful. That's $1,000 extra a week. If it is that you're prepared to sell yourself for $5,000 for 5 years, $1,000 per year, and the Prime Minister is giving you increase in your minimum wage by $1,000 a week, I think some of you should all be grateful for that, shouldn't you? Shouldn't you all be grateful that, I mean, when I get one extra $1,000 a week, I mean, if you value yourself at $1,000 per year, I mean, $1,000 a week is bloody well generous. So what are you going about? No, what are you on about? So maybe turn back one. Hey, Lord God Almighty. Huh? Where Bev there? Where Bev there anywhere boy this morning? Huh? Have anyone seen Bev? Because all them are something, yeah.
And where the blood clot this? And where the blood clot this?
I'm grateful, sir.
Lion! 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 Draw out everything and show the world.
Yeah, draw out everything and show the world, Andrew Holness. Draw out everything and show the world. Jamaica people. Hold on there. Other man, you help. And see who no feble. Hey, Lord God Almighty. See who no feble blame ya. Andrew Matts who no minimum wage was worked out in Portland. Can you know say Portland people can't check whether it's the mayor or the MPs of Portland previously. When I talk about the current East Portland MP, the previous West East Portland MP, the current West Portland MP, and the current Port Antonio mayor. At them checked. At them your people you check the minimum wage for Andrew phone.
Could you repeat what you were saying?
Mr. McKenzie is suggesting that there's a certain level of partisanry on the part of how you allocate certain benefits at the municipal level.
Mr. McKenzie cannot come to this on this platform and say anything like that. What I have done is what he was practicing when he was the mayor. When he was the mayor and he gets the funding from the ministry, he shares it in a 100% basis. He gives the JLP 50% and they take 100%. And it is evident right now that is exactly what I'm doing.
Hold on. That math's not sound right. If you get $100 million, you take 100% and get the PNP 50?
Get half of it.
No, that's not. No. Something
that's what he was doing.
No, but you can't have 150% or something, sir. How much would he take and how much would he give the PNP?
If he gets $10 to share for the council,
yes.
If the PMT would get 100 or $50 out of $10, and the JLP will get $25.
But hold on, Mr. Mayor.
Yes.
Arithmetic not right. You get $10. You get
all right. Let me break it.
Yes, so you get $10 to spend, right? Total.
And the JLP get $5.
50%, yes?
Yes.
And the PNP and the JLP and the PNP would get how much?
The PNP gets, whenever time the PNP gets any money, whether $20 or $10, if they get $20, the JLP get $10.
Oh, so
if they get $10, the JLP get $5.
So it's 50-50 share it?
Right.
Oh.
Then you wonder why you have such an unbalance in public sector wage increase at the higher end as opposed to minimum wage increase at the very lower end. So now we don't know who work it out. So we don't have to worry because it's only JLP. It's only JLP could get 50 out of 10. Only thief like the JLP them can draw sugar out of coffee. Because you would have to learn the skill of drawing sugar out of coffee to be able to draw $50 out of $10. You fucking set up unscrupulous by power dunce. But a Jamaica people wasa uno. Wasara as uno be. Jamaica people even more wasara than uno. Because they sold power to uno. We can't even check where them a buy or check where uno a sell. But uno still a transact. Can you imagine? Jamaica people don't know how much them a buy sell for. The mayor don't know how much them a sell for, how much them a buy for. But in the middle of it all, you all are carrying out transactions. 19 million versus $1,000. Aren't you fucking upset? No, aren't you upset? 19 million versus $1,000. No go on about in the business, yeah? Go on about in the business because any day you start get upset and I'm gonna behave like mad people in our country. Any day you wake up and say the F-free and you ready to go mad. Turn this your government here. This your government are going to have to run to the sea if they get the time, mind you. Anyway, I come go on about my business there now because by the time Labour done with we, Labour and his friend them rich off because the amount of we are got dead and the way how they line up with the chicken back, the flour, the rum, the rice, and everything. No, sir. Anyway, thank you all for being here this morning. Join us back this evening for the people point of view. We're going to go across the world now. And then, Ladybug, how you do? Jamaica people, no move, no. Jamaica people, no plant. Jamaica people, they wedge in a wall, no there. Jamaica people, look how they plant, no. Look how they wedge, no. Then kick on go left, no shift. Then kick on go right, no shift. On a plant. That's why the Prime Minister did promise Figuno a $2,500 increase. And he said, no, Melissa said not possible. But Melissa said 19 millions with over $60 million in retroactive is good enough for the Prime Minister. And you all are not upset. 1 p.m. You're all hungry labor rights. You're all unable to buy soap labor rights because it's making arm so green. And no one can buy soap. Almighty God, fruit going to start beer pound and now do we have no green labor rights. Labor rights. The way you walk around Jamaica green, fruit going to start beer pound. But then again, maybe no bees not go palon on because bees not used to them. Or other bees used to sweet smelling blossoms. No fall in the sweet smelling blossom part. Labor rights, hungry more than anybody else, you know. Labor rights, hungry more than anybody else. I don't understand why Prime Minister lied to you, blatantly lied to you, and not quiet about it. When are the same one, we found 2023, me see the labor right them a draw Mount Golden. So Mount Golden I get the highest pay in Jamaica. But Andrew Holness has taken his higher pay now with retroactive. Why the labor right them not talk about it? You hungry KFC chicken back rum belly labor rights? Why when a Prime Minister mock up Uno don't speak the truth. Uno don't draw him in line and call him out. Now come back and rub the Prime Minister. We're not done yet in the Prime Minister. I too many have things to go down. We're not done yet. But then again, if you chose a thief, Jamaica people, who don't expect talk truth? Who don't expect any better? Me want to say no, when you choose Andrew, don't come around and come fucking complain. Take the hard knocks of life. Because you get the chance to choose Jesus and not choose Barabbas. You bunch of sell yourself cheap under the counter fucker. You can't go up on top shelf, you know. No cheapness. No $1,000 a year. Can't go up on top shelf. So let me tell you something. Grateful for the $1,000 increase a week. Grateful for the $1,000 increase a week. Can't sell on yourself for $1,000 a year. So me no want no come here come complain and me one out here for make nice. Yeah. And me want to come out here with the nice. Cause me did always out here with the nice. And me did tell you no. So una go sorry if una put him back there. Una see when start with in look on down with atomic wind and water, earthquake, tornado, hungry, thirst. God bless the international donors, the Jamaica charity and vloggers, and everybody. A succumb holy pa we never did. You bunch of tribalists. You bunch of tribalists. You hear me say, go on about your business this morning, because you have things to go do. Anyway, my peeps, thank you all for being here this morning. Lovely to have your support as always. If you have not yet hit the like button, please do so when we go live, you can get our notification. And if you are one who is not getting our notification, please take down this Zelle number, send Debbie Jervis a message, and whenever time we go live, she will send you the link, because a lot of people are not getting our notification because YouTube is shadow banning us, because YouTube don't want to tell Donald Trump that he's a pedophile and they murder, rape, and eat children, and they have to be bombing children in order to prevent dead Netanyahu, who is fighting the war from his grave, to put out them secrets in the world. So them a shadow ban me, but them nah and can't keep me silent. I, for one round here, will not comply. Neither will I be silent. Thank you. Good morning and good afternoon from Global TV.
Too long in our little ghetto, run keep going on less process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So just as I and I as a watchman, I run Babylonian walls. Oh,
Ladybug, she there gone in a utter silence. She gone in a utter silence. It look like she mourned the loss of Peter King, because she gone in a utter silence. None of them is seeing what has been meted out to the Jamaica people. She not see what Andrew do to the people them in a Melissa. Neither has she seen the lies Andrew told about the minimum wage and the big drawdown. Andrew never even take off $500 for the people them money when plan to give them. In take off more than half. In take off 1,500 out of the 2,500 increase. And labor rights silence. Jankro I couldn't silence, so.
too long in our little ghetto, run keep going on less process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So just as I and I as a watchman, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel. never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Day or night. We gonna bust down Babylon walls. Prepare every the way. Prepare every the way for your people. Let's go. Fight down war and crime. Fight down. Me say Rastafari. War and crime. And do the righteousness. And we love. And we love Jaja. And we love Jaja. Rastafari. And we love Jaja. We love Jaja. We love Jaja. Rastafari. Preserve all people. Put time away again. Listen, yeah. Just as I and I say, watch your man, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel. I should never hold thy peace, while we are penalized. Day or night, we gonna bust down Babylon gates. Prepare every the way. Prepare every the way for Rastafari. Fight down war and crime. Fight down war and crime. Rastafari, war and crime. And build up righteousness. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. Rastafari. Preserve all. And we love Jah. Me love Jaja. Me love Jaja. Rastafari. Preserve all. Me love Jaja. Rastafari. Yeah, the next song is going to be the last song for tonight. And then DJ.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.